Today I'm sharing 7 things that didn't exist 5 years ago, though for a couple things it's more of a sort of. The first thing is 3D printed homes and buildings. The first 3D printers were created in the 1980s and their abilities have only increased over time. More recently, they have even made buildings, such as homes. I found a lot of conflicting reports on when the first home and or building was created, but most say something like 2018, 2019, 2020, or 2021. I did see one exception. There were some mentions of a 3D home going up in Russia in 2017, but I'm not sure in all, and in general, I'd say they've started to become a thing in the last 5 years or so. Today, there are even some people living in 3D printed homes, which I think is new, and there's not many of them. Currently, the first two-story 3D printed home in the US is in progress. This is one of those things that only time will tell how significant or insignificant this will be in the long term. Will members of Gen Alpha live in them, grow up in them, or will they prove to be less than ideal? 2. Starlink satellites. Basically, these are satellites which are able to provide internet connectivity to some more remote areas. SpaceX first began launching satellites in 2019. In February 2021, there were around 10,000 subscribers, and there are over 1 million active subscribers worldwide now, so clearly their reach has really grown. Satellites can benefit those in remote areas by providing them with internet, but there are also some concerns from astronomers about light pollution and or possible collisions with Earth. 3. AirTags. These tracking devices were released by Apple in 2021 and have been very popular. Aside from keeping track of your car keys, they have frequently been used to keep track of luggage, especially in the past couple of years with all the luggage travel fiascos have been going on. This obviously offers a lot of convenience and is something that I think consumers have been wanting for so long. I'm surprised it didn't come out earlier. But there have been some issues with things like stalking. Fortunately, they have been working to resolve them, and there are now precautions you can take to try to avoid this. 4 is COVID-19. You knew this was coming, right? But I thought, maybe not put it first. Obviously, this has had a huge impact on the world. This particular coronavirus seems to have come about in 2019. The virus and related pandemic spurred on a lot of changes and trends, but also resulted in the creation of some new items. One I found is the next item, but if you happen to know others, feel free to comment below. So 5 is the hug tunnel. This is seemingly a 2020 invention. A hug tunnel is a device which basically allows people to hug each other without getting sick. Basically, it's a plastic curtain with plastic tubes for the arms. It is also called a cuddle curtain. As you likely know, people in the last few years have been getting sick and they desire to still have connection without getting other people sick at times. 6 is the Be Real app. The idea of this app was to create a more authentic social media platform.
14 tries, huh? It tells you on the app how many tries it took you.
Users are asked by the app randomly once per day to post what they are really doing in the moment. The French social media app was released in 2020 but gained more widespread popularity in 2022. As of August 2022, there were more than 10 million active users, but it's not clear if the app will continue to grow in popularity or if it's actually getting less attention over time. And last is microplastics in our bodies, or at least known microplastics in human bodies. When microplastics were first present in the human body, we don't know, but they were first discovered in human feces in 2018 and in the blood in 2022. The researchers who authored the paper published in 2022 found that over 3/4 of their participants had microplastics in their blood. Well, they had a small sample size, but you have to wonder, what are the impacts? Will this information result in changes? I guess we'll see. And yes, I know those were all pretty different choices. How do you think any of these things may be impacting us? How do you think these could impact current and future generations? And do you think I missed anything? Give a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want to see more content on the generations and over time related type content. And I will see you next time.